Hello, fifth graders. Welcome to our technology class. So we are now in week 18. So we're officially in the second quarter. So please, my best advice is to set aside one day a week and make it your technology day where you do your typing assignment, you do whatever the technology assignment is for the week, and you keep up every week, right? So we're basically halfway through the school year. And if you feel like, I wasn't really doing so well, I was waiting until the last minute, I wasn't keeping up, maybe you even just gave up, it's a new start now, okay? So that means starting this week, you can do your assignment and you can keep up every week, do your assignment, and then you won't have that thing where you're like stressing out at the end of the quarter because you didn't do anything, right? And you really do need that skill as you get older. It's called time management, and it's called learning how to stay organized, right? And so that's an important skill that, gosh, even all of us as adults, I mean, what I do is I have this clipboard and I print it out on here pretty much my entire video schedule, my Zoom thing, everything. I have it all on here. So I just have like Mondays. Okay, I have to do this, this, this. I have to make this video. I have to do this, get this email ready. And then I just check it off when I'm done. And it helps me to know what I need to get done every day and then to make sure that I actually get it done. And so I would suggest, I know you guys have planners and it's really helpful to just write down everything you need to do, check it off as you go along. And then, like I said, if you maybe make like Wednesdays your technology day, or Saturday mornings, or Monday afternoons, whatever it is, set aside 30 minutes, make it be your technology time where you get done your assignment, okay? And that's how you schedule it in. That's how you learn how to manage your time. And that's how you learn how to get things done, right? And make sure that you're being responsible. Okay, so you're typing this week. And remember, we're going to continue having typing lessons for pretty much the rest of the school year. So every week you can anticipate having one typing assignment. They're really not even that long. This week is the one-page typing test. So you're pretty much just, they're going to give you a time limit. You have to see how much you can type of the page and see how many words per minute you're at. So that really shouldn't take you too long to do, okay? And so please make sure you get that done. And then what we're doing is we're moving into our internet safety digital citizenship lessons. So if you guys remember, we do these every year. And so what we're doing is we're doing the fifth grade lessons right now. And so I'll give you a quick overview. So for fifth grade, let me go back. For fifth grade, the lessons that we will be covering include, we're going to be doing Finding My Media Balance. You won't believe this. We'll be learning about clickbait. We'll be talking a little bit about gender stereotypes and what it's like online. Digital friendships. If you happen to meet someone online, how do you stay safe? Cyberbullying. We'll be learning about that. And reading the news online. We'll also be going through that. How can you tell if something is actually truth or not? Or if it's just some made up thing that's on the internet. So we'll be learning about those topics, but pretty much at the core of it is learning how to be a good digital citizen. And what is a digital citizen? Just to review, I know you're not here, so you can't answer me back, but a digital citizen is anybody who goes and uses the internet, right? Or goes online. So whenever you go into that online world, you are now called a digital citizen and you have a responsibility to yourself, to your friends and family, and to the greater community, okay? So some examples of being responsible to yourself would be keeping your private information private, right? Limiting how much time you spend on the internet. So that way you're not like 5 hours on YouTube or something. Protecting yourself from if somebody tries to contact you through the internet, that you would notify an adult, or if you're having any sort of issue. Being responsible to friends and family, how you treat your friends and family, right? When you're using on the online world. That you make sure you don't post anything about somebody or share a picture without getting their permission. And then the larger community, we have a responsibility. Like if you think, but we were just doing the Tech Innovators Project, part of being a good digital citizen is citing your sources, right? You can't just go to a website, find information, copy and paste it into your Google Doc and send it to your teacher and put your name on it. That is definitely not being a good digital citizen. You're not giving credit to the source, the person that actually wrote the article, where you got the information from. And so that is something that is really important as you get older now and you do a lot more research on the internet, right? So you do have a lot of responsibility in being able to go online and be a part of the digital world. So let's see, what else do I want to quickly review? So I feel like that's kind of just a little bit of a review. It is hard to do these things through a video because a lot of the lesson is really like a discussion where we go back and forth. I hear your experiences. I kind of hear what you guys are using these days. And so it is a little bit tricky. But if you want to ever talk more about any of these topics, definitely reach out to me. Of course, you can just come knock on the door during your lunch or whatever. I'm here. But if anything's happening online and you want to come and talk to me about it, definitely, because I know some of you guys are you're going online alone and maybe you're seeing things, or I don't know, things are, that you feel is a red flag, something inappropriate, and you do want to talk to an adult about it. You can always come and see me. Okay. Alrighty. So our topic for our lesson this week is finding my media balance. And this is so important because what does media balance mean for me? It's something different for everybody. But what I ultimately want you guys to learn is I want you to learn how to use technology for good. So, for example, if you spent 5 hours watching YouTube in a row and you were feeling cranky, maybe you had other things you needed to get done, but you just, after you stopped watching, you just felt tired. You were just totally in a bad mood after doing it. Do you think that's a healthy or unhealthy choice of using media? So hopefully you're all like, that sounds pretty unhealthy. If you didn't even eat breakfast because you were just watching, I mean, it's getting in the way of you doing the things that you need to do to lead a healthy life. And we're going to talk about what, your choices, and we're going to actually have you guys, your activity this week is looking into what does your media life look like? And I'm really interested to see, because the best way for me to help you is to see where you're at. What are you guys using? How long are you kind of using them for? What does a typical day look like for you as far as technology goes? And I'm by no means am I saying that technology is bad. There's so many amazing things that we can use technology for, and it has a place in our life, right? You guys are growing up with it. So I'm not saying that it's like, oh, technology is this terrible thing. But what I'm saying is that your life, you should be using and doing all sorts of things, especially at your age, right? You guys are just discovering what you like and what talents and abilities you have and things like that. And just staring at YouTube for 5 hours is going to get in the way of you figuring that out. So we're going to take a look at, if your life is balanced or not. What does your media look like, your media usage? And we're going to come up with a plan this week. So the question for your assignment that you're going to be working on says, if you could plan your perfect day where you would do anything you wanted, what would it include? So you're going to have to write down what it would include. So let me show you what it looks like on the paper here. So you're going to, and some of you guys are like, it's playing, I don't know, Among Us all day or something, or Animal Crossing, I don't know. So let me show you what you're going to fill out. So you're going to plan your perfect day. So again, you can type anything you want in here. In the morning, what would your perfect day look like? What time would you get up? What would you do when you first got up? Write a few lines about that. During the day, What would your day look like? What would you do? List all of the activities and things that you would do on your perfect day. In the afternoon and the evening, again, what would you do? And then at night, what would you do? So that's what you're going to fill out. So just, you don't even have to honestly use full sentences. You could just kind of type in some shorter kind of like bullets, a little list of the things that you would do during your perfect day. Okay, so be totally honest about it, what you would do. So we're just kind of trying to analyze what your perfect day would look like, okay? So you guys are going to fill that out. And now imagine that your perfect day will be given to you for 7 straight days. So that means for the whole week, you're redoing the day over and over and over and over. You're doing your perfect day. Would you change anything in your perfect day? If so, what? So remember, your perfect day could include doing activities that involve technology, things that are outside. It could include anything in your perfect day. And so now imagine if you had to do the perfect day 7 days in a row. After the 7th day, would you be feeling like it was still perfect? Or would you be like, I don't know, I feel like I spent way too much time on that. Maybe I wished I would have did that a little bit more, right? So that's what you guys are going to do. And then there's a second part, which I'll tell you about in a few minutes. But what we're trying to get at is we're trying to learn about balance. So does everybody see these pictures? These are scales. This kid's trying to walk on a tightrope. So what do you think of when you see these images? So think about it for a minute. What comes to your mind? I know you obviously can't answer me, but hopefully you're like, scales. They usually weigh things. Maybe balance has something to do with how much of something that we do. Like hopefully you're thinking about it like that, which is exactly what it is. Balance has to do with how much we do something. So if your day consists of, if there's 24 hours in a day and figure, you're sleeping for, I don't know, hopefully 8 hours. If you spent like, I don't know, half the day just watching YouTube, now look at your scale. It's going all the way down for YouTube. And then what are you doing with the other time? Maybe you're sleeping a little bit. Did you eat? Did you go outside? Did you do any exercise? Did you talk to anyone, or were you just staring at a screen all day? So your scales wouldn't be even, right? So a balanced scale is when you have a little bit of something and a little bit of something else. And you're able to do a little bit of everything. And then your life is balanced. And our bodies and our minds were created to live balanced lives. We were not created to just do one thing and that's it, right? And we were also created to have relationships, friendships, where we talk to other people and we're actually interacting. And we need to have outdoor time too. It's healthy for our bodies and our minds. And so that's really what balance looks like. But again, you may not even know anything about this. Maybe you've never even thought, I don't know, is my life balanced? I just kind of do what I do. I do the same thing. And you never really looked at it. And so that's why we're doing this. So it says balance is all of the parts are in the correct, though not necessarily equal proportions, right? So you have a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So let me put on this video talking about my media balance, and let's see if you can answer the question, what is media balance, after watching this?
Every day, we make choices about what we do. We choose what we eat. We choose what to wear. And we make choices about the media we use. And these choices affect how we feel. Some media choices make us feel happy, curious, or excited. Other media choices help us feel loved. But others could make us scared, or stressed out, or even angry. So, what is media balance? It's about making healthy media choices. Thinking about what you choose, when you use it, and how much of it you consume. Then thinking about how these choices make you feel, because making healthy media choices is different for everyone. And remembering that sometimes the best media choice might be no media at all. So, what does media balance look like for you?
Okay, so we're going to talk about this. Let me just quickly, I want to pull open this little chart here so I can give you guys a better idea. So it says, what makes a healthy media choice? Sorry. What? So you have to ask yourself, what? What type of media are you taking in? Example, Netflix, YouTube, gaming, whatever. When are you doing it? Early morning, all day, in the middle of the day, before bed, all night. How much? 1 hour at a time, 7 hours at a time. These are important questions, okay? So we're gonna take a look, hang on one sec. Okay, so we're gonna take a look at some kids and their media use, and we're just gonna kind of give our opinion if we think it was healthy or unhealthy. And you guys might remember we did this similar thing in 4th grade. And so I feel like it's good for us to take a look at it again and just to get you guys to really think about the choices that you are making. So here's the first kid. What did they do? I watched YouTube cat videos on my mom's phone. When? Monday morning before school. How much? For about 20 minutes. So maybe some of you guys are thinking, I can't even ask you, thumbs up, thumbs down. Some of you guys may be thinking, oh yeah, that's fine. You watch cat YouTube videos, 20 minutes, Monday before school, no problem. Here's my thought though. Are you all ready for school? Are you dressed? Did you brush your teeth? Did you eat your breakfast? Is your backpack packed? Your shoes are on and you're like waiting at the door to get a ride? Do you need to study or anything? Like, is there anything that needs to come before watching the cat videos, right? These would be the questions that I would be asking, only because in order to make this a good media choice, it would have to be something that isn't taking away from something more important that you need to be doing, right? So for example, if say you watched the 20 minutes of the cat videos and then whoever drives you to school is like, we're leaving, and then you're like, but I'm still in my pajamas. I'm not even dressed yet. That's probably not a good choice, right? Watching YouTube videos if you're not even ready for school. So that's what I'm trying to get you guys to see, how your choices, they impact everything in your life. And it's not that it's a bad thing to watch cat videos on YouTube. It's just that there's a time and a place where it fits in better in your schedule, right? In your day. So if maybe it was Saturday morning and you had like some downtime and you spent 20 minutes watching cat videos, maybe that would be fine. But maybe on Monday, maybe you were supposed to be studying a little bit with breakfast, or maybe you had something else you needed to do. So these are the types of questions you need to ask yourself. Okay, how about this one? I watched Troll Hunters on Netflix on my iPad when late on Wednesday night in bed until I fell asleep. How much? For 2.5 hours. Okay, so my question is thumbs up, thumbs down. Good choice, bad choice with media. Watching Troll Hunters. Obviously, it's a school night. It says it's late on Wednesday, so it's late on a school night. 2.5 hours until you fell asleep in bed with the iPad. So again, here, I'm just sharing my thoughts on this, but some red flags. It's a school night, an iPad in the bed, probably not a good idea. Okay, the devices should be kept outside of your bedroom because you need to get a deep, restful sleep. And it's very, very hard when there are devices around. They can not only be distracting, they can take away from your body being able to fully get relaxed enough where you can then have a peaceful and restful sleep. right? And I don't know what Troll Hunters is like, but watching anything that might be like getting your brain, maybe thinking about something or on a topic that you just don't even want to be thinking about before bed. Like you want to try to focus on something happy and peaceful, right? So again, I probably wouldn't be too happy with this choice. I would think it probably isn't such a great choice. Maybe watching the show, if you're allowed in a weeknight or something to watch a show. I don't know what it's like at your house, but maybe you just watch like one episode after everything's done, like your homework, and you studied and everything. Maybe that would be a better choice. Okay, let's look at this one. I played an online game, Fortnite, on my parents' computer. When? On Saturday, pretty much all day. How much? Probably about 6 hours. So, I don't know. I'm asking you guys, thumbs up, thumbs down. Good media choice, bad media choice. I'm going to go for this one with bad media choice. And not because I think Fortnite, I think it's fine. That's a fun game. But Saturday, pretty much all day. Let's go back to our scale again. All the way down. There is definitely not balanced, right? Doing something all day. You're on a computer staring at a screen for 6 hours. That is not healthy for your eyes, for your brain, for your body. You need to get around and move. You need to eat healthy food. You need to get outside and take care of yourself, right? It's proven that, just doing something like that is it's not healthy for your physical body. It's not healthy for your mental either, right? You need to go talk to someone, play with some kids outside or something, right? I know it's COVID and we have to be inside, but you still can be creative and come up with other activities, right? Instead of 6 hours of staring at a computer, right? So maybe a better choice would be I played for 1 hour, maybe in the morning, and maybe you did like another hour at night, and that was fine, right? So you have to just learn how to make your choices better, right? And make healthier choices. All right, let's look at another one. I talked to my grandma on FaceTime on my dad's phone. When? Tuesday evening, right before dinner. How much? For about 10 minutes. Wow, grandma only got 10 minutes and Fortnite was 6 hours. Poor grandma. How do you think she's feeling? She's like, you didn't want to talk to me? You only wanted 10 minutes with your grandma? So guys, think about it. You're making somebody feel special and loved when you talk to them, especially nowadays. I feel like older people are lonely. They like to see their grandkids and they want to see people, even if it's on FaceTime, at least they get to see your face and they talk to you, right? And so maybe this was such a good choice. You need 10 minutes with grandma, but maybe like Saturday morning, you're like, hey, grandma, I don't have school Saturday. Maybe we could talk for an hour on FaceTime and I could tell you everything about my whole week. And imagine how that would make grandma feel, right? So again, you're trying to think of other people and you're trying to use technology for good, not just for your selfish desires of everything that you want to do. And again, that's fine to have fun, but you want to try to have a balance, right? Okay. What? I went on TikTok and created some cool videos to send to my friends Thursday afternoon after school for about 45 minutes. So what do you guys think? Good media choice, bad media choice? I'm going to say that my question that I would have for this kid is, was all your homework done before you did this? And were you just taking a little break after you finished all your homework? And if they're like, no, I didn't even start my homework yet, then I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea, 45 minutes on TikTok, if you didn't even start your homework yet. Probably not a good choice. So put it away. Maybe if you're done with your homework and you don't have anything to study for, no projects or anything, then you can maybe do your TikTok, but we'll have to see, right? That would be my thought. Again, remember, you're trying to set your priorities of what's important. And yes, it's fun to do the TikTok videos, but if your homework isn't done yet, then probably not a smart idea. You're going to be stressed out then if it's 10 o'clock at night. I didn't do anything. I'm going to fail tomorrow because I wasted 45 minutes doing TikTok videos, right? How about this one? I read a book that I'm really into right now, Wonder. When? Tuesday evening after dinner for about an hour. So, I mean, it's great. Reading books are great, great, for your brain. The question I would have, again, I would say, was all your homework done? Were you, if you were just reading this, and it wasn't part of like a reading log or anything, it was just kind of like for enjoyment. But like, something that wasn't an assignment. So, if say it was for the reading log and you're like, oh, I love this book, that's great. You were doing what you were supposed to do. But say you also had another thing that you needed to do. It's just making sure, because books are so much fun and it's great to get into a good book. It's just that you want to make sure if you have anything else that you need to also get done, any other homework. So you're always just trying to set your kind of your list, right? What's the most important thing I need to get done today? I have to, I got to finish math homework and then I'll do my reading, right? Because if you know yourself and you know that you start to get maybe tired when you read, then you don't want to wait and do the math homework after, because then you're going to feel so tired, right? So you have to think about, come up with a plan, a strategy, how to use your time the best, right? Okay, so that's pretty much that part of the lesson. So let me just switch back right now to what I wanted to focus on with you guys. Okay, so we talked about what media balance is. So hopefully you have a better understanding, right? It's helping you to make healthy choices in your life, that you spend time using technology, you spend time, talking to friends, family, going outside, exercise, reading, learning new things, like having a really good balance in your life. Okay, so now what you guys are going to be doing is you're going to be thinking about which media and non-media choices help you feel healthy and balanced. And we're going to use a chart. So kind of like the chart that we just looked at on the paper with each of the kids. So now here's what you're going to do. You're going to think about what in your day. So let's try and figure out what in the morning, name what you do. When do you do it and how much? In during the day, the afternoon, and the night. So this can be related to your perfect day. So after you plan your perfect day, you can fill this in and you could plug in so something with media or non-media, meaning that it could be like a tech thing where you're using the internet, or something where it's unplugged, you're not using the internet. And just think about your week, go through each day and fill in what you're doing. The names of the apps, websites, shows that you're watching, fill it all in so that you can see what you're doing. And then you're going to have to answer these questions. How would your plan help you feel healthy and balanced? So when you're planning your perfect day, how is it making you feel healthy and balanced? Would it still work if you had to do it every day for a week? I don't know. And then what changes would you make if you were planning for a week? Would you add something or take something away? So really what you're doing is, and I know that the first question is asking you planning your perfect day. And so some of you guys might just write like, oh, 6 hours of doing this. But then what I want you to really do is when you come to the chart, be honest. Try to come up with a perfect plan that actually would work in your life, where, you're being real. You're like, I'm in 5th grade. I know I have, assignments and things that I need to do. And then you have those planned in. And you also plan in time for using tech, time for going outside, time for whatever, all different activities. And try to come up with something that's really balanced, that you could actually use for yourself right now in your life. Try to come up with a good schedule. I think it would really be helpful if you guys could do that. So hopefully this will help you start to think about what your media life looks like. And I'll be interested to see everybody who sends this in, kind of what their perfect day ends up looking like, what types of media, non-media, how much time they're on it. It'll be really interesting to see that. Okay, guys? So thank you so much. And please keep up with your assignments. So get this done this week. Send it to me by next week. Get your typing done. And keep yourself balanced, all right? It does require self-control, but I know you guys are getting older now. You should be able to plan that out. All right, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.